Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. Welcome back to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is the Marvelous One coming back at you with Don and Philosophical. Today we're going to talk about the AFC North, Don's division.
Save the best for last.
I wouldn't say that. But yeah, looking at this division, man. Well, we had the Bengals at 12-4, Ravens 10-7, Steelers 9-8, Browns 7-10, and let's not forget the Bengals had that one game that was basically canceled, right, with the Bills. So, but yeah, before we get into that, man, have you guys seen the new commercials from the NFL where they make fun of the whole viral thing about the NFL being scripted?
Yeah. It was quite cute. It was cute.
It's true.
Yeah, really. I'm glad they made fun of that. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard, man, that the NFL is scripted. To have what? I don't know how many players play in the NFL, thousands of players, all on script. It's kind of silly.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how this all shapes out. Looking at the AFC North, I'll go first. We'll do the best one first, and you guys can try to follow me afterwards.
I ain't gonna go that far, but the floor is yours.
All right. So looking at this division, right? Last season, the interconference play was against the NFC South, and the intra-conference play was against the AFC East. So this year they're going to get the AFC South as far as the interconference play, the AFC South, and intra-conference play, they're going to get the NFC West. So they get some cupcakes here, right? Dealing with the Cardinals and the Texans and the Colts, well, especially the Colts, get some cupcakes here. So I think this division, these teams are going to get a lot of wins. And looking at the top team in this division, the team that I think is going to win this division is the Baltimore Ravens. I got the Ravens winning this division. Don't get too excited, Don. I just deal with the facts here. All right. The Ravens were 7-4 before Lamar's injury. They finished the season 3-3 with Tyler Huntley. Dude threw 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And this year they add Odell Beckham and Ray Flowers to help improve that passing attack. So I see that happening. And also another thing that's in their advantage, they're playing with a second-place schedule. So they're going to get teams like the Lions, the Chargers, and the Dolphins. Tough games, but I think more winnable games than what the Bengals have. So I see the Ravens ending the season 10-7, 11-6, based on the schedule, based on the inter and intra-conference play with some weaker divisions that they have to face. Second in this division. Now, this is going to be a surprise to you guys. And I know Don wants this coach fired. I got the Steelers. I got the Steelers coming in second. Yeah, go ahead and turn your back. I get it. I got the Steelers coming in second. And here's why. Right? The Steelers finished strong. They finished strong. They finished the season 7-2 after starting 2-6. Right? They finished the season 9-8. And that was pretty impressive. And then they come into this season with a third-place schedule where they play teams like the Pats, the Packers, and the Raiders. So unlike the Browns going to have to face the Jets and the Broncos with the fourth-place schedule. Yeah, that's not ideal for a fourth-place team. They get some tougher teams because we know the Jets and the Broncos are much improved. The Steelers don't have to face those teams. And plus, hey, I trust Tomlin. Tomlin has never had a losing season with the Steelers. So, yeah, I got the Steelers coming in second in this division, 10-7. Next, I got the Bengals. I got the Bengals coming in third. Here's why. Yep, Bengals had a real good season last season. Finished on an 8-game winning streak. Lost an AFC championship game, as we all know. But, man, they got a tough schedule. They got a first-place schedule, right? Tough in a sense of just being first place. So they get to play the Vikings, Bengals, and Chiefs. But still in all, they still got the AFC South and the NFC West that they're facing. So they get some easier games. So I got them having a winning season at 9-8, but potentially missing the playoffs. I think early, and I said there are going to be 3 teams to make the playoffs. So I'm a little concerned because of Joe Burrow's injury and how that's going to affect him throughout the season. So that's why I got the Bengals taking a big step back. And I know the over and under on the Bengals is 11.5, but that, looking at some of those tough teams, the tough teams in the division, and the fact that Joe Burrow had an injury and we really don't know the extent of that injury, yeah, I got them taking a step back. And lastly, I got the Browns, right? And like I said, since they play some weaker divisions, they're going to get a lot of wins, but it just won't be enough in this division. Like I said, they got a 4-play schedule. They got to play the Jets and the Broncos. That's just didn't work out in their favor. I feel for them. They looked a little better towards the end of the season with Watson going 3-3, but it wasn't really that impressive. So I just don't see the Browns making that jump like everybody's expecting. So I'm figuring they're going to end the season 7-10 again or 8-9. So yeah, that's my picks: Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns. What you got to say to that, Phil?
Oh man, you made some good points. Nothing really controversial in my opinion. I agree. I don't. When I have my time, when I have my time,
you're using it in my
not
quotes?
right now. Not right now. Don't you worry. When I have my time, you will.
It is your time.
It is my time. Oh, so you need me to go now? Okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
You have the floor. Right. The gentleman from Minnesota.
You're right. With the paraphernalia on. Thank you.
Finally.
Thank you. I know. So this is the thing, right? I've been kind of waiting to kind of debate about this division. I think this division will be the toughest division in the AFC, outside of the AFC East. So I think this will be the toughest division. Like Marv said, playing the NFC West and the AFC South, they're gonna have some wins up here. So this division, again, I think 3 teams are gonna come out of here. So first of all, I think the Steelers are gonna win this division. I think they're gonna win it with 11 games. Tomlin has never. I believe in Tomlin. I like Tomlin. I like their draft. I like some of the moves they've made. I think they won in 11 games. I like Kenny Pickett. I like I said, I like Tomlin. He has never had a losing record with the Steelers, and they have a pedigree of not missing the playoffs 2 years in a row. So I like the Steelers here with 11 wins. Now, this next pick is a very surprise pick, right? I think I like this team. It scares me a little bit.
Uh-oh. Is he talking about the Browns?
I think the Browns are going to be a surprise team, right? They're going to win 9 games this year. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I think they're going to win 9 games, right? You mentioned the Jets. Yeah, those are tough games, right? Those are tough games. But look, they got Arizona up here. They got the Colts up here. They got Jacksonville up here. Seattle. Seattle. They got Chicago. They got Houston. They got the Rams up here. They got some winnable games up here. They have got some winnable games up here. I think the Browns are going to win 9 games this year.
You know they all play those teams, right?
I understand that. I know, but Deshaun Watson coming back, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Is a capable quarterback.
Yeah.
I love their running game.
Capable.
It's capable. Yeah, they got two nice running backs back there. They got Amari Cooper over there. Their defense is stout, always stout. I think the Browns are going to be a surprise team, and I think they're going to be second in this division, right, with 9 wins. The Ravens, Odell Beckham Jr., I've said this before, Odell Beckham Jr. has not played in 2 years. I like Zay Flowers. He's a rookie. I just 9 wins with them. I think them and the Browns are going to be neck and neck. That will be the third place team in this division, the AFC North. I like the Ravens defense. Lamar coming back, new offensive coordinator. Odell Beckham Jr. hasn't played in 2 years, so I truly feel like No, it's gonna take some chemistry, new offensive coordinator again. Lamar really trying to fit into that new scheme. They got Mark Andrews. They're not going anywhere. 9 wins. They're gonna make the playoffs. And I actually agree with Marv on this. I actually think, this Joe Burrow injury is serious, right? They play a first place schedule. They got some tough teams in here. I think they lost some key free agents in free agency. I think they're gonna take a little bit of a tailback this year. There's nothing wrong with that. They have a first place schedule. They got some tough teams on this schedule, playing a first place schedule. I think they're gonna win 8 games still. The Bengals are tough, but I think they'll barely miss the playoffs. So Steelers, Browns, Ravens, and Bengals. That's my picks.
Browns. Wow. Okay. All right. The Browns will come in second.
Yeah.
Will the Browns make the playoffs?
It's 3 teams making the playoffs. The Ravens will make the playoffs.
Oh, the Ravens will make the playoffs.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I said at the beginning of the year they wouldn't make the playoffs. But they will make the wild card actually in third in this division.
Yeah, I don't know if 3 teams are going to make it now.
Really?
I'm not impressed with the Browns. And like you said, the Joe Burrow injury concerns me.
Yeah.
So
you got 3 teams coming out the AFC East?
I don't know now. I gotta reevaluate things now. The Joe Burrow thing worries me.
Yeah, it worries me. Yeah, and have they announced it? I don't even think they've announced if he's playing. I'm pretty sure he's going to play, but I like I said, I like the Bengals, but again, this Joe Burrow book is out on him. They lost a lot of free agents. They got some young pieces on defense. So it's nothing wrong. I think they're going to win about 8 games this year. So
okay, all right. So they're gonna be in the playoff hunt. They're just gonna fall short.
Yeah, they're gonna fall short, which is nothing wrong with that. So
yeah. Okay, all right. Well, let's go on to Don. Let's give the floor to him. I'm sure he's gonna give us his insight to this division, which is Ravens will win it. Go ahead.
Man, so I'm gonna start from the bottom and work my way up.
Oh,
because I did just like Phil did, except for I did my homework. Let's go ahead and move forward.
You got a failing grade, I see.
So let's go ahead and be real about this, folks. Steelers. Phenomenal year last year. Let's go ahead and say I think one of the Big Mike's best coaching jobs as he worked to stay in a winning capacity. He had TJ Watts and missed 7 games. Started with a rookie quarterback and had one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. Then he came out with a 9-8 and all. And did well with a rookie quarterback.
Are you starting from the bottom or the top?
I'm starting from the bottom.
Woo! Wow.
Start from the bottom.
The Steelers fans, let him know. Let him know how you feel. Blast him.
And let's go ahead and say it right now. Mike gonna have to earn his check this year because he's the 5th highest paid coach in the NFL.
He's only been there 10 years. So you got 10 years of data on him too.
Okay, and now, hey, what have you done for me lately?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't need a voiceover. Can I finish?
2 Super Bowls. I don't know.
I don't need a voiceover. I don't need a voiceover. He's gonna need to earn his check this year. And have you looked at that schedule? That offense is not explosive. It's not explosive, regardless of what caliber. We got NFL teams showing up this year, and everybody has improved their record and their depth and their their ability to win games. And I do not see the Steelers winning too much this year. Before the bye week, I got them going 2-3. And then after the bye week, I got them going, probably 8-4.
So you got to win in 10 games?
Huh?
You said 2 or 3?
My fault, 6.
No, that was right. You had it right.
Maybe 6 wins.
Okay.
No.
So 8 wins. Okay. 8 wins. Okay.
They're not that good. Their line can protect them, but they just don't have the weapons this year. They're in the building. They're in the rebuilding stage, and they got something nice. And they have something nice that they're putting together, but it's just not going to happen this year. Sorry, Steeler fans. You're playing but you're playing in the toughest conference out there. It's no doubt about it. You got the Ravens, you got the Browns, you got they go Cincinnati.
Can I ask you a question? How do you say they're going to start the season?
2-3.
2-3. Wow.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. Floor's mine again. Okay. so I'm not impressed. And let's just say it out here. Cincinnati, you can take the horseshoe off, boys and girls, because you was lucky last year because we had we had our second string quarterback take you to the ropes. So don't tell me how great Burrow is, because he wasn't in the MVP race. Normally, when you say somebody's that great, you hear the word and you hear 3 letters after their name. And I never heard him in the MVP race. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a great asset to that team. To that team with those weapons, he's a great asset. But guess what that line can't do? That line can't keep him healthy again. So I'm not sure how deep that injury is going to go. But listen, here's the funny part. Gerald Burrow right now, he's thinking, Cincinnati Bengals, we're in the championship window. Right now, as me being their starting quarterback, I got a top 5 offense, and I got Lou. He running the defense, and I think that we're going to be in great position to challenge the AFC title and also go nose to nose with the Chiefs. That's what they thinking. That's what he got the rest of the nation thinking, because they were lucky. Their luck has ran out. And I just don't know who the backup quarterback is going to be. And they have not made any my greatest concern is not on offense, it's on defense. With that departure of Bell and Bates. Nobody's talking about that. And that's huge.
Yes, those are big losses. I agree with that.
That's huge, because they would turn over. They was turnover and sack machines.
They got rookies back there.
Yeah, and that they have to develop. Yeah. And it's going to be too long before they actually do that.
They got a strong defensive line.
So right now, I do have them winning because they have a winning pedigree, and I think they're going to continue to do good things. It's just going to be, and I got 3, probably 9 wins at best.
That's about what I had. 9 wins
at best.
Okay,
that's what I got them. Yeah.
So, but this, I tell everybody, be careful who you kick dirt on. Watson was taking a list, man, and seeing how people were actually treating him, how they was trying to blitz him like he wasn't ready last year, and I think that he's actually ready this year. And if he returns to those years when he was in 2020, we had that, that 112.4 QBR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they have a very favorable schedule. Let's go and say that again. Favorable schedule. Solid defense, solid run game, ball control, and defense. That's a nightmare. So I think they're in good position to make a good playoff run.
So you got the Browns winning 9 games?
I really got them winning probably 10 or 11.
Woo!
They have a very favorable schedule. What schedule are they playing, Marv?
I don't know. They got some weak teams. They got some cupcakes.
They got
NFC West and AFC South.
Yeah, that's a bunch of cupcakes.
They have a line. They should have a sweet tooth by the end of the season.
Yeah,
11 wins.
But all the teams in this division got those cupcakes. They got the Colts. They got the Texans, the Cardinals, and the Rams.
But they're not playing a first place schedule.
That's true. No, I agree with you. I think they got
those games right there are going to help them out.
And I'll just make this point, and I'll let you finish. I thought they got the wrong end of the straw in this, because the 4th place teams in the AFC East are the Jets, and the 4th place team in the NFC West are the Broncos, teams that are ascending.
Yep.
Where the Steelers got the weaker teams from those divisions. But go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it worked both ways.
Yeah.
But I think that with those cupcakes and those sweet tooths, I think they're going to put together a tough team. Whereas though they got that defense, they got that run game,
I agree.
And he could throw the ball long.
I agree.
So
got 11 wins. Oof.
I can't go
got
11
wins.
Hey, they're going to be the surprise team, man.
I'm sorry. I'll give you your time.
Let's not act like Watson can't put it up. And they built that team around him. And for once, hey, listen, they're gonna make that man earn that daggone check. How much is guaranteed? 200 and what? Guaranteed. He gotta earn that check, boys and girls. He gotta earn it. And I think this year, he'll do it. And let's go with this. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about the number one team. Not just in the AFC, but let's talk
17 and 0. 17 and 0.
Man, I'm gonna start off by saying Greg Norman is gone. And when I said that, I want everybody to first, before you say, well, he wasn't a great. No. Because last time I checked, Lamar won unanimous MVP under that coordinator. Unanimous. So the league should be scared right now. Now let's move forward.
I'm interested to know how many games you got the Ravens winning.
Let's look at. You're talking over me again. I keep getting background noise. Right now, if you look at the offense of the former unanimous MVP, I got one word to explain. This whole thing is about to be put together. Excitement. I'm excited for the Baltimore fans, but I think we should kick them in the teeth. Be more wiser. Ball so hard university coming from the offensive side is going to be something different. And I think that it's going to be something well-deserved. For the longest time, the Ravens has always been kicking people teeth in defensively. We've always been smash mouth, 4 field goals, and we win the game. The tables have flipped, boys and girls. It has flipped, and it has flipped in such a way that I'm actually scared that I can't even imagine what he can do with weapons. This guy has weapons, and he has a new coordinator who's going to run a modern day offense with a high-end cast of offensive weapons. You got to be kidding me. By far, one of the best offenses in the NFL because Lamar is running it. And he has weapons. He has a solid running game. He has the double tight end is there. And now we have wideouts that not only catch the ball, but get the yaks. And that's scary. Bateman, Beckham. Come on. You got to be Flowers. You cannot, and the double tight end with Likely. Come on, man. Y'all got to be kidding me. Y'all not even talking about that? Dumerville, it's too many weapons on that field for you to concentrate on one and for him to read. And now you got to play man-to-man, and now you can't punch the box. And now if I want a first down, I can just go there and run out of bounds, snatch 6 yards, and let's go and start this first down again. That play broke down. It's going to be a nightmare, man. It's going to be a running nightmare. Now let's talk about Harbaugh. Harbaugh, he got to earn his check because he's one of the highest paid
he on the hot seat too?
Huh?
He on the hot seat too?
He ain't on the hot seat, but listen.
Man,
he ain't off the hot seat either.
He's just giving chairs left and right. I see.
He putting coal under everybody's chair.
Wow. Hey, you better wait. You right about that. This is the time.
Okay.
Wow. This is the time. I'm sorry. This is the time, Harbaugh. And if you can't get it, you gotta go.
Wow.
You're never gonna have a team like this put together, man, and this many weapons. and a favorable schedule, man. You got to be kidding me.
I agree. It's a favorable schedule.
How many wins you have Baltimore winning? How many games?
Talking over me again. Hold on, man. You're talking over me again. Somebody get this guy.
Oh,
so once again, and not only said that, we signed Clowney to be one of our mentors for this 3-man rotation with OY and David and Jabu. Man, come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. We have young linebackers that is going to come down your throat and pin their ear back every day. The depth on side of our defense is phenomenal. And I ain't even talk about Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Who, LL Cool J?
Hello?
Who you talking about?
Hello?
Who you talking about, man?
Okay. The disrespect. Once again.
Hey, man. Curtis? I had the Ravens win it. Ravens winning the division too.
Once again, and Tyus, Tyus, he hasn't even come back into the mix, from his knee injury last year. So the pressure is going to be on the ball constantly. Every play rotating out. We're never going to miss a beat where we have a linebacker that's burnt out. We got like 5 or 6 that we can rotate at any time that can pin their ear. They can stop the run and they can also blitz and they also can cover. So I just like the way that we're doing between the defense and the offense. It's no way. It's pure unadulterated fear that should be going through the league right now because the disrespect that was done by the owners. And yeah, we had something to do with it. We should have signed them long time ago. And we should have got that done. But I'm not even here to talk about that. We made up and now we're a family again. But I
told you.
I tell everybody, if you think that Lamar blew the league away when he had Greg Roman, boys and girls, just sit back and get your popcorn ready, because there's no way in the world. And I got us doing a favorable. It's gonna take us a while to get it together. So within the 17 games. I got us going maybe 12-5 strong. 12-5 strong.
Okay. That's not too far off from what I said. I said 11-6.
I got a couple questions here.
But the 12 wins will be straight beatdowns.
Oh, cut it out.
I got a couple questions.
Beatdowns. And Marv, you saying the Steelers gonna be anywhere up there in the mix? Joke yourself. It's no
after
way.
You got the Browns. You got the Browns up there talking about they're gonna win 10 games.
Yes, I got the Browns.
Choke yourself.
Yeah,
I got a couple.
Who has a better quarterback? Who has a better defense? Who has a better offense? Are you serious?
I got a couple comments here.
Go ahead.
Well, first of all, you mentioned Joe Burrow was not in the MVP race last year. He was third, actually. Secondly, you mentioned
third.
Yes, he was.
Put him in there. They put him there for kicks and giggles, man. He ain't put up no numbers, man. I'm sorry.
And then you mentioned this. Go ahead, Mar.
No, I was just gonna say Joe Burrow's resume looks very good.
Trash.
AFC Championship games.
Trash. Wow, 2 AFC Championship games, Super Bowl in 4 years. I mean,
we giving out almost horseshoes. Keep going.
No, we're not giving out almost. He won the division at 12-4. Went to the AFC Championship game. That's
you also impressive. Stated
that AFC, come on, that game against the Ravens. You want to count that? Stop playing.
He beat the Ravens 2 times in a row.
Stop playing.
A win is a win. He beat him. Doesn't matter if Lamar was back there or not. Doesn't matter if Lamar was back there or not. That ain't on.
That ain't on Joe Burrow. That ain't on Joe Burrow.
That ain't on Joe Burrow. And he beat the Bills twice.
I'm not pressed with the Bills. Keep going.
Okay, so you said the Steelers were going to start 2-3. I just, I got to question that a little bit. 49ers, okay, that's a tough game. Browns, they're going to split. Raiders are a dumpster fire. Texans are a dumpster fire. Ravens, they're going to split. The Rams look like they're probably going to be who knows what. And the Jaguars are winnable games. So you said 2-3.
Hold on. You got them beaten. Hold on. 49ers.
49ers is probably an L.
Cincinnati. I mean, not with them. Cleveland.
They're gonna tie. No, that's not. They'll beat them. They'll beat them first. They always beat them first.
Man.
They always beat them. Not the first time.
That's an L.
Not the first time.
Not an L, dude.
Not the first time. Not the first time. So that's 1-1.
Who has a better offense?
So that's 1-1. That's 1-1.
No, I'm not giving you that.
They'll be 1-1. Then they play the Raiders. That's 2-1. Then they play the Texans.
That's not 1-1. First of all, that's 0-2. They'll get their first win against Las Vegas. They get their second win against Houston, and they'll lose to the Ravens. So what is that? Add them up for me.
So
it's 2-3, like I said.
You know they beat the brakes off the Browns last game of the season.
Nobody's playing last game of the season. Everybody made a decision for the draft. Next slide.
And you have the Browns. So you have the Browns winning 11 games, right? And then you have the Ravens winning 12. So in order for Cleveland, for Cleveland to win 11 games, they gotta sweep somebody. So you're telling me they're gonna sweep the Steelers?
Next slide. Yes, I said it.
Okay, so that means they gotta beat the Ravens at least once, and they gotta beat the Bengals at least once.
This is a tough division. I got some. Hey, I didn't say the Ravens were gonna run through the league.
But wait, Phil, don't you have the Browns coming in second in this division too?
I got them winning 9 games. I got the Steelers winning 11 games.
You got the Steelers.
I got the Steelers. Yeah, I got the Steelers winning 11 games. I got the Steelers winning 11 games.
I got them winning 10 games too.
After the 49ers, it is pretty much this schedule is favorable. Browns, Raiders, Texans, Ravens, Rams, Jaguars, Titans.
They're not a winning team.
Packers. They got the Packers. They got the Browns again. Bengals, Cardinals, who's a dumpster fire. Patriots, who you said is going to win 4 games this season.
Oh, the coach on the hot seat.
Yeah, but who you feel like the Patriots are going to win 2 games? Who the Colts, who Marv think Anthony Richardson is the next coming of Achilles Smith. They got the Bengals again, the Seahawks. I think that'll be a tough game. And then the Ravens.
Tough game. They're getting stomped.
Wow. Yeah, you got the Seahawks winning 12 games. So you this is what you're telling me, right? And then you got the Browns winning 11 games. Let's look at Cleveland Browns
between
schedule.
10 and 11. I was flexing.
Flexing? You stretching? I mean,
you're stretching. Winning that many games.
11.
You're trying to piss me off. Hey,
they went 7-1 the last 8 games last year. 7-1 with a rookie quarterback.
Yes.
Did they make the playoffs?
No, they did.
No, they did not. They had one of the best drafts in the last 5 years. They spent so much money on the defense. They went out and spent all that money. And TJ Watt is coming back.
That offense is trash.
That TJ Watt is coming back. And now the Browns, they play the Bengals the first week. Then the Steelers, then Titans, then Ravens, then 49ers, Colts, Seahawks, Cardinals, Ravens, Steelers, Broncos, Rams, Jaguars, Bears, Texans, Jets, and Bengals. So where are you getting 11 games at?
I already counted 5 losses in the first 7 games you mentioned.
We seen how you work the race.
I know.
I was going to come up short.
Hey, man. That joint balance out every time.
So where are the 11
balance out every time I work?
Where are the 11 wins at?
He don't know. He don't know. He pulling them out of thin air.
So Cincinnati.
That's a loss. They're gonna tie that. They're probably gonna tie Cincinnati. That's a loss.
Cincinnati's not 100% right now.
Still better.
No.
Who they got next?
Then they got Cincinnati. Then they got Pittsburgh. That's a loss.
2-0.
0-2.
That's a loss.
2-0.
They'll beat the Titans.
Keep going.
They'll beat the Titans.
0-3.
Tannehill. Tannehill will show up that game maybe.
3-0. Keep going.
Ravens.
3-1. Keep going.
We got the 49ers. 3-2.
3-2.
Colts. They might lose to the Colts that week.
What's that? 3-2.
That's 4-2.
Keep going.
That's the one win that they got.
4-2.
That one win that I count.
Seahawks. They gonna lose to the Seahawks.
Nah. 5-2.
You got the Seahawks winning 12 games.
Between the that's a toss game right there, but I'm telling you, but it would. Oh no, they playing in Seattle, so I'll give Seattle that one.
Then they're gonna beat the Cardinals.
Yep, that were 2 wins.
Then they got the Ravens again.
Hold on, how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4, 5.
5.
Yeah.
So you got them beating the Seahawks. Okay, they'll beat the Cardinals.
6.
Then they got the Ravens.
They lost.
Okay, so what's that? 6 and 3.
I'm counting wins.
Then they got Steelers.
7.
Broncos.
8.
Rams.
That's a toss.
Jaguars.
9.
Bears.
10.
Texans.
11.
They definitely beating the Texans.
Slide.
Jets.
Slide.
And then they got Jets and then the Bengals.
Come on,
so
man.
wait a minute.
They can lose those games, but I just counted off 11.
Are you kidding me? So that means they're gonna sweep Pittsburgh and they're gonna sweep the Bengals.
Not good.
They're gonna sweep the Bengals and they're gonna sweep Pittsburgh. You're telling me
how many times I gotta say it?
So you're telling me they're gonna sweep Pittsburgh and they're gonna sweep the Bengals?
Hey, turn up the volume on your
oh my god
on your headphones.
Oh my word!
Wow,
oh my word,
Don,
wow.
That's a bold pick.
That's a bold pick. That's a really bold.
And you know what? We're gonna remind you of it through the season. We're gonna remind you of it. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I will.
And I want my flowers. Don't put them in that vinegar water.
We gonna give you a garden that they find.
Don't put them in the vinegar water.
We're gonna give you a garden they fired Mike Tomlin. Jeez,
you haters.
There you go, pulling stuff out of thin air.
I ain't pulling nothing out of thin air. Y'all up there, you on a wishing the star. You want to believe in the Steelers. Get out of here. You told me the Steelers gonna make the playoffs last year. Choke yourself.
Yeah, I told you they were gonna make the playoffs last year.
From the famous words of Marv, you speaking that foolery.
Yeah. Everybody speaks foolery. Marv, nobody's right but Marv. Come on.
That's right. That's right. That's how it works.
The Marv is when they only got one thought, only one train of thought. Stop playing.
Hey man, I only come with the facts. That's how I roll. So let's wrap this thing up, man.
And a whole bunch of fiction underneath of it.
Hey, nothing but facts, yo. No feelings like you. Man.
Fluff.
Whatever, man. Wrap this thing up.
Hey,
thanks for joining us.
Kill him.
Thanks for joining us.
Nation, I don't know how much y'all paid these guys, but hey, I want my cut. I made you famous. I told you how it was.
Man, be quiet, man. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you next week. Make sure you comment. Let this clown know about these horrible picks.
And he's referring to himself.
What?
Wow.